express it as percentage. So we had already calculated what was meant to be the earnings before interest and tax. It was which figure? 51.2. Then can you get the interest? Interest rate is what percent? It is 7% of 10 millions. 0.7 millions. Now remember 1 minus 0.3 divided by the value for equity, which is now 291.67 millions, then expressed as a percentage. So you are getting 12.12. So you get 12.1. So now you can get the new basis. The weight for equity, it is simply 291.67 divided by 301.67 multiplied by KEL, which is 12.1. Then millions divided by 1.67. So KB is 7%, also moved by 0.7, because the corporate tax rate was 30%. So it must be after the tax. Are we getting into that? 11.88. Yeah, so I want us to check one more last question on that element. So this one should be May 2018. Question number 4, part B. Check May 2018. Question number 4, part B. We got May 2018. Question number 4, part B. Check the question for May 2018. Question number 4, part B. May 2018. Question number 4, part B. May 2018. Question 4, part B. So that question for May 2018, question 4, part B. May 2018, question number 4, part B. So that question 4, part B, it reads that Vanguard Limited and Liebert Farm operates in the textile industry. The firm's current capital structure is summarized as follows. The firm's current capital structure is summarized as follows. So they gave you ordinary share capital. The bar value is 15. Total amount is 120 million. They have also given you the share premium. The figure is 40 millions. Retained earnings, shareholders funds. So the firm is considering borrowing 10% debt finance of shillings 40 million in the order to finance an expansion program, making it a levered firm. So additional information, note 1, annual earnings before interest and tax generated by the firm are 60 million. This is expected to remain constant each year in perpetuity. Note number 2, the firm ordinary shares are currently trading at the market price per share of 200 shillings each. At the Securities Exchange, applicable corporate tax rate was 30%. So now required from letter 1 using Modigliani and Miller approach, and the information provided above, analyze the financial implication of a change in the capital structure of the company. And number 2, justifying your answer, advise the management on whether to change its capital structure. So there are 2 items there. We said we consider. The first item, we talked about the value of the firm. The second item is the WSCC. So those are the items we use to determine whether you change the value or not. So we said that optimal capital structure is where the value is maximum and the WSCC will be minimum. So calculate the WSCC and also value for the firm before, that is when it is unlevered. We also get the same after, that's when it is levered. Yeah, unlevered is all equity finance, there's no debt. But now levered, it has both equity and debt. So you calculate those 2 items, get the value and the WSCC when it is unlevered. When it is unlevered is before the change in the capital structure. When it is levered is now after they have changed the capital structure, because currently it is unlevered, and that is what you can get from the first paragraph. They have said that unlevered firm. So we start by checking before the change, or unlevered firm. We start by analyzing before the change, or simply the levered firm. So we start off with the unlevered firm. So unlevered firm is before the change in the capital structure. Unlevered firm is before the change in the capital structure. It's before the change in the capital structure. It's before the change in the capital structure. So what we do, we get the value of unlevered firm. So value of unlevered firm. When you want to get the value of the unlevered firm, it is the same as the market value. It's the same as the earnings before interest and tax. 1 minus the tax rate divided by AEU. Divided by AEU. Divided by K. Divided by A. Or alternatively, it can also be given by value for the unlevered firm is also the market value of equity. It's also the market value of equity, where you take number of the ordinary shares, number of the ordinary shares multiplied by the current market price per share. So it can also be given by the number of the ordinary shares multiplied by the current market price per share. So number of the ordinary shares check in the question. You can see 120 million. The bar value per share has been given us. Bar value per share has been given us 50. So current market price per share, the current market price per share in the note number 2. The firm's ordinary shares are currently trading at the market price of how much? 200. So The reason why I'm using this formula is that KEU was not given. So KEU is not provided. If it is not provided and you have this information, you will just be able to get the same value for that. So it is giving you around it. Sorry. We get 480 million. That is now our value. So you start by calculating the value. Then apart from the value, now also need to get K, because the farm is what? Unlevered. The farm is unlevered. Then I had also told that the farm is unlevered. KEU is the same as the basis. When the farm is unlevered, KEU will be the same as the WSCC. So we are making this part to be the subject. We are making this part to be the subject. It's the same as earnings before interest and tax. Then 1 minus the tax rate. So this is the value for unlevered farm, which is the same as this value for equity, which is the same as the value of equity, because the farm is unlevered. Then we show it as a percentage. Then we show it as a percentage. So earnings before interest and tax was given in the note number 1. Given 60 millions, then 1 minus 0.3 is the corporate tax. Then value of equity, here 480. You see the 480 million that we have just calculated. That is now the value of equity. Then express it as so that is when it is unlevered. So you also compare when it is levered. When it is levered, it's after the change in the capital structure. When it is levered, it's after the change in the capital structure. It's after the change in the capital structure. So after the change in the capital structure, that's now it is levered farm. When it is levered farm. So when it is levered, the first step also gets the value for the farm. Value for the levered farm now. Remember, it will be value of unlevered, then present value. That's the so value for unlevered, you have already calculated. We got 480 millions. So it stands to be levered. How much is the debt? Sorry. So you add 40 millions multiplied by 0.3. 492. So after that, calculate the calculate. So calculate. So we say that value of the farm is supposed to be equal to value of equity. You add value of. So the value for the farm, we have seen it is 490. So value for the debt, 40 million. So what should be the value for equity? It's 400 and what? 400 and so get KEL. So KEL said to be equal to earnings before interest and tax. Subtract interest 1 minus tax. Show it. So what do you have as the earnings before interest and tax? So 16 million. 60 million. So interest will be how much? 10% of 40 million should be 4 million. So 4 millions. Then 1 minus 40. So divide by value for equity is 42 millions. Now get the WSs. Now compute. The weight for equity, it is meant to be 4 into 9 by 492. This one will multiply by 8.67. Then also have that is 10 million, 40 million. Also divided by 4. Interest rate is 10%. Also by 0.7. So that you come up with the WSs. So we shall be comparing the two before and after. So you compare now to advise whether to change or not to change the capital structure. So I want you to check the value when it was unlevered. Compare that value when it is levered. So which one is higher? When it is levered. Also go to WACC. Check when it is unlevered and when it is levered. Where is lower? Where is it lower? When it is levered. Yeah. Remember we say that optimal capital structure is where the value is maximum, but WACC is where? Minimum. So you see when the company is levered, WACC is minimum, but value is maximum. So the advice now in the Roman letter 3, Roman letter 2, where they were asking you, justify your answer, advise the management on whether to change this capital structure. So the advice is that the optimal capital structure is where the value is maximum. The optimal capital structure is where the value is maximum. But WACC is minimum. Therefore, change the capital structure. Change the capital structure. So when you change the capital structure, you are changing from unlevered to levered. So that is basically what we should be able to have. So get the two concepts. Calculate the value and WACC when it is unlevered, isn't it? Also compute the value and WACC when it is what? Unlevered. It is unlevered. And also when it is levered then. I hope it is clear. Yeah. For you to change the capital structure, where you are headed to, the value should be maximum and WACC should be minimum. Yeah. So always make that arrangement. First, analyze the farm when it is unlevered. Also analyze the farm when it is levered. Then make those two. So let us now have a brief subtopic as model of incorporating bankruptcy and agency costs. We now got the model of incorporating the bankruptcy and the agency costs. Model of incorporating the bankruptcy and the agency costs. The bankruptcy and the agency costs. So under that, we summarize that when incorporated the bankruptcy and the agency cost in their model, when incorporated the bankruptcy and the agency cost in their model, when they incorporated the bankruptcy and the agency cost in their model, they concluded that the value of the levered or geared farm, they concluded that the value of the levered or the geared farm, the value of the levered or the geared farm will start decreasing. Beyond the optimal capital structure. To start decreasing beyond the optimal capital structure. Then another paragraph, we write that bankruptcy and agency cost will combine to reduce the value of the company. Bankruptcy and agency cost will combine to reduce the value of the company. Will combine to reduce the value of the company. And we continue by writing that when incorporated them in their model, when incorporated them in their model, it was expressed as follows. When incorporated them in their model, it was expressed as follows. When incorporated them in their model, it was expressed as follows. Expressed as follows. So value of the levered farm will be given by the value of unlevered, then present value interest tax benefit, then subtract present value of the bankrupt's cost, the agent's cost. So to get now value for the levered farm, simply get value of unlevered, then you add present value interest tax benefit, but you subtract present value of the bankrupt's cost and agent's cost minus the present value of the bankruptcy cost and the agency costs. So we get now a question for November 2020, question number 5, part B. November 2020, question number 5, part B. November 2020, question number 5, part B. Check November 2020, question number 5, part B. November 2020, question 5, part B. November 2020, question number 5. So that question 5, part B for November. The question reads that Saltex Limited is an unlevered farm. So the farm expects to generate operating profit of 20 million. Operating profit of 20 million. And each year to benefit. The farm's current market value is 80 million and it pays corporate tax at a rate of 30%. So the management of the farm is considering the use of debt financing. So the farm's financial analysts have estimated the present value of any future financial distress cost is 8 million. And that probability of the financial distress will increase with the leverage according to the following schedule. Will increase with the leverage according to the following schedule. So value of the debt, then probability of the financial distress is the bankruptcy aspect. Financial distress is the bankruptcy aspect. So pre-tax cost of the debt. So additional information is given, ungeared asset beta, risk-free rate, then expected return for the market. They are also able to give you CAPM, also a HAMR model. So required from letter 1, the current cost of equity and the USC. So currently the farm is unlevered. Currently the farm is unlevered. So if it is unlevered, they are simply asking me to calculate KEU, which is the same as W. So KEU will be the same as, because currently they have said that the farm is unlevered. So we said it will be given by earnings before interest and tax 1 minus tax rate divided by the value of equity divided by So earnings before interest and taxes given. Tumepewa ngapi in the first paragraph? So you take the 20 million, 1 minus. So currently value for equity is how much? The current market value is as $17.5. So after that, now we go to the Roman letter 2, the firm's optimal level of debt using the pure and Milan corporation tax model. The corporation tax model. So what the value for the firm is be value for individuals, resident value interest tax and bankruptcy of that gets the value of the so that it gets the value of the delivered farm. For the first one, you can see the debt is 2.5 million. The debt is 2.5 million. The value for undelivered, you already have it. So you see the 80 million. 80 million to make near to a see when the farm was undelivered, the value of the undelivered farm was 80 million. Then, so you recall this part. Present value interest tax benefit, the debt multiplied by the tax. So your debt is 2.5 million. The corporate tax rate is 0.3. Then we are subtracting present value for the bankruptcy cost. So bankruptcy cost was given up there, the financial distress. Are you able to see where they say that the farm's financial analysts have estimated the present value of any future financial distress will cost how much? 8 million. But there was a probability of it occurring. Are you able to see the probability when the value for the debt is 2.5? The probability is 0.00. So you take 8 million, what are the probability occurring, which is 0. The probability of it occurring. So that should give us how much? So you go to the second one. You go to this. Yeah, you only take this 0.5, then what? Because the other one is already at 0. So this one is 5.0. So present value is 8 million. So the probability of it occurring is 0.0. Sorry?
Case would not be given the agency.
Financial distress is a combination of bankruptcy and the agency. They have combined them together. Financial distress are financial difficulties. Bankruptcy and the agency cause our financial problems that can pass. So they are the financial distress. But if they separate them, they will provide. If they say this is for the bankruptcy, they are the ones for the agencies. So you arrange like that up to the end. So you see the last one is 20 million. Last one is 20 million. So arrange them like that up to the end. Arrange them like that up to the last one. They are So which one has the highest value? Where the debt is how much? Where the debt is 12.5 millions. Is that the case? Those who are online, that is the value maximum. The value is maximum when the debt is how much? 12.5 millions. Yeah, so you advise there that the optimal capital structure is where the value is maximum. Is where the value is maximum, i.e., where the debt is 12.5 millions, i.e., where the debt is 12.5 millions, where the debt is 12.5 millions. So we now go to the Roman letter 3. The firm's optimal WACC, and hence it is optimal capital structure, and hence it is optimal capital structure, and hence it is optimal. So you want now to get the WACC. You want now to get the WACC. So to get the WACC, that you will be having a column for equity. The column for equity. Also have the column of the debt. Then you will remember the column of how to get A. Sorry. Beta factor of equity for delivered equal number for them. So it should be given by once you have that, now you get KEL. Number KEL now be given by this element. The expected return for the market minus the factor of equity for the impact. Then finally, you all remember that procedure. That part we already did. When we started this topic, we did several good questions on that element. So you leave 7 lines or 8 lines. You will do our workings as we go back. Do the workings as we go back. So you leave 8 lines. Do a small working. So in our working, You remember value of the farm. Value of the farm should be equal to value of equity plus what?
Yes.
Value of equity. So value for the farm is when the debt was 2.5. So what you have done in Roman letter 2. So then 80.75. This figure you have is coming from the Roman letter. When the debt was 2.5, so what is the value? So you arrange them like that. So where there is equity, which we are 78, where there is debt, it's 2.5. So now you calculate the beta factor of equity for the delivered farm. Now compute the beta factor of equity for the delivered farm. So beta factor for equity for unlevered, it has been given. The beta factor of equity for unlevered. They gave you which figure? The not number 1, 0 point. So you take the 0, then 1 plus. So B is 2.5. B is 78. The tax rate 30%. It is giving us which 0 point. So you get there, get our KEL. Risk-free rate was given. Risk-free rate of return was given. Also, the expected return for the market portfolio is 15 minus 8. Well, right. Good. So now you get your WSCC. To get your WSCC, you take the 70.25 by 8. So the question had given the pre-tax. You see the pre-tax. Pre-tax is the same as before tax. Also 1 by 0.7. get the W basis. That's now the first one. You go to the working for the second. The second one. The second one, the debt is how much? The second one, the debt is 5.0. So when it is 5.0, what is the value for the power? You can get it from Roman letter, whatever. 81.4. So this one is 81.4. So what should be the value for equity? 6.4. So we apply that. You come here, equity is 76.4. Then the debt is 5 million. So you start by calculating beta factor of equity for added demand, 0.6, then 1 plus 5 million divided by 6. 5 million. Point. Now go to the W tests. SC 6.4 divided by the total 1.4 multiplied by 12.41. It's 5 millions. The tax was given. So pre-tax, you are given 7 point what? So I hope it is clear up to that point because we are time is up. So you will continue in that order up to the end. You will continue in that order up to the end. Is it clear to everyone? Siapo tunaelewana. Those who are online, is it okay so that you finish? Yeah, so continue up to the last one as per the Roman letter 2, so that when we meet, we shall now make a conclusion. Then I do another question similar to that. So we can stop there for now. We can stop there for now because time is up. We can stop there for now, time is up, but make sure that you finish off the question. Make sure that you finish off the question. So that when we meet, I just make an addition. So there were 7 of them. Yeah, so finish the remaining 5. Finish the remaining 5. Make sure you finish so that when we meet, I will just make a conclusion. Then I go through one more other question for that.